G'day everybody, Wong here. Today's video is going to be about the ACR. Now I've made a video on it before, but I have redone my whole style now and my, stats section and everything and my standing section, so I thought I'll redo the video and go back over the ACR, and it's been a long time anyways, and I think I made a video before it got patched, so yeah, here's the new video. I hope you guys will enjoy. This gun is pretty fun. It's honestly, it's one of those guns where right now the stat that makes it shine just isn't very valued in that class of weapons because it gives you good movement speed, but generally if I want movement speed I'll just pick an SMG. Does that make this gun bad? No, I do not think so. I still think you can shred with this gun. I still think you get 100 pluses with this gun on the regs, but at the moment out of all the assault rifles it might not stand so high. But anyways, I'm going to have a stats section for this video, a standing section where I'm going to compare it to another gun that's very similar. Then I'm going to go over the builds that I would recommend, and then I will, as always, do a live commentary. So I hope you guys enjoy. Alrighty, so here are the stats for the ACR. So we have a 27 damage on a 700 fire rate. If you've watched my SG550 video, you might be thinking, hey, that has the exact same time to kill and everything as the SG550, which it does. So this gun kills at the same speed as that gun, which is slightly slower, a little bit below average for an assault rifle, but honestly, it doesn't really matter too much on the SG, not this gun. On the SG it doesn't really matter because you get so many good peripheral stats. But let's have a look at this gun. What do you get from this trade-off of damage? So you get movement speed, you run 5% faster than normal. I personally would like to see this up to 10, I know that sounds crazy. Or maybe even just to 7% instead, just to help with the attachments, but it is what it is. Aim down time is 210 milliseconds, which isn't very good compared to the SG550. I personally would like to see this go down as well. The reload time of 3.73. Now this isn't amazing, it's alright, it's alright, but you might be thinking, okay, but what kind of attachments can you get? Well, you have two options for quick mags. One that I'll be going into in a minute is actually very interesting, and then one's just a regular quick mag. So I'll be talking about those in a minute and explaining why the reload speed on this isn't too bad, but actually you can get it to be really fast. What about the recoil though? So the recoil, we have a 1.4 vertical and a 0.8 horizontal. 1.4 vertical on 700 fire rate's okay. If it was getting any higher I'd be thinking it's a problem, but honestly it's not too bad. Horizontal of 0.8 is pretty good. It's not, not bad at all really. I actually personally don't go to improve the horizontal of this gun very much at all. I think it's totally fine. Alrighty, nothing really else to mention, so moving on. In this standing section, I'm going to do a little bit differently. So as you can see, I'm going to compare it to the SG. But first of all, ACR, where does it fit in the game? I would say it's a B tier, a high B tier, low A tier. I would say it's one of the worst off assault rifles, maybe even the worst assault rifle, but I personally think that the margin is so much smaller now that the gun is still amazing. You could still rock the ACR and have a great time. I see players I respect a bunch use this for fun and really enjoy using it. Do not think that if you use this gun you'll play bad. Probably not the case. If you're a newer player and you want to practice getting good with a bunch of weapons, I wouldn't pick this weapon. I would actually try some other ones with more distinct stats. But anyways, moving on. So the SG550 compared. The SG550 has worse horizontal recoil but much less vertical recoil, which in my opinion makes the SG550 just a neutral, better recoil. I would say the SG550 has. SG also has a faster reload speed and also a faster ADS speed. Now the ACR makes up for it with 5% extra movement speed. Now I personally believe the SG is a better gun. I think the ACR needs a faster ADS time and then maybe even a smidge faster movement speed. I think it would be a really good gun. It would feel like an SMG without the crazy DPS, which in my opinion would be good. I'd like it to feel like that. Yeah, it's tough to do that without making the gun busted. So anyways, that's what I would do to the ACR, and I would put the ACR as a definite usable. It's definitely a usable gun. It even feels good, but it does not compete well against other assault rifles very often. If you're a good player, you'll still shred with it. Anyways, moving on to the builds I would run. Okay, so here's the first build I would run. First things first, we have the quick B mag. Now this makes your reload speed a little faster, your vertical recoil a little bit worse, which I'm not too stressed about, and your horizontal a little bit better. Now another thing the quick B does is it actually gives you more bullets. It gives you 5 extra bullets, and it doesn't affect your running speed at all, which is very surprising in my honest opinion. I feel like it should, and I feel like the regular quick mag, for some reason it does, I feel like it shouldn't affect your movement speed, but it is what it is. So you might be thinking, why do you have no grip? tip though, and that is because this is purely to spec into movement speed. This is a 5% faster running speed than any other default assault rifle. So yeah, this is what I run. I also run assault with a light bag and a light vest with this because you get more mags with this weapon, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. So yeah, you get a really nice running speed with this gun. I would pretty much run this with assault every time, and if you really can't run light vest, switch to ranger. Yeah, this build is just specking into the running speed. I enjoyed it a lot, and I actually didn't find recoil to be that much of a problem. Now, this is another build I actually ran, and that is the Grip, Quick A, and Tactical. You could switch the Quick A mag with the Quick B again here if you want to, but this is just to make the reload speed really fast on this gun, and once again, the recoil is not much of a problem, and I didn't really notice it, so I do not spec into it. This is a build that I actually personally run the most. Anyways, playstyle notes for this gun. As always, with the lower DPS assault rifles, headshots matter a lot, like a lot. I would be going for the head as much as you can with this gun, just because your time to kill difference with other guns is really bad. Now, some other playstyle notes. I actually, this is going to sound weird, this is going to sound absolutely crazy, and a lot of you might disagree, but I actually recommend not fast reloading as much with this gun, and actually doing a lot of regular reloads. Now, the reason being, your movement speed being really fast, and the reload speed for this, the regular reload actually feels really good for some reason, I don't know why, and the fast doesn't feel too crazy. I actually just run regular reloads, and just, like, when I do a regular reload, I can sprint whilst reloading, and my good movement speed makes it feel like when I'm reloading, it's like I can use that time to cross large distances pretty easily. So yeah, that's one weird playstyle note I can give. Anything else I can give is really just on flanks it's good, because fast reload equals good flanks. What else really? Good movement speed means that you want a bunch of positions where you can have a bunch of angles, like buildings with a lot of windows, or potentially an area with a bunch of rocks or a bunch of trees, and you just use your movement speed to switch up your angles in between, like, gunfighting as much as you can, because honestly you could really throw people off with how far you can run. So yeah, anyways, those are the only real playstyle notes I can give. Like that's literally all I can say. There's nothing else too crazy about it, so yeah. Anyways, moving on to the live commentary. This is going to be a live commentary using the ACR. I am actually going to be running these attachments. Now, this gun's movement speed is really good, so I've probably explained in the video. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. But in the video I've explained that the movement speed is really good. But I also would have explained that I still run attachments because, think about it like this, right? People go, you should spec into its movement speed as much as possible and run no attachments. But why don't I just make it like every other gun's recoil and DPS and everything, except my movement speed is like 5% faster? You know what I mean? Like, I don't run all my other guns with no attachments, so I actually generally like running it like this. Now, in this video, I actually might try, I have done it before, but I might try again just on camera, running it with absolutely nothing, just because, you know, why not? Let's actually do that right now. Let's just run it with absolutely nothing. That will lower its movement speed. These two things will, this won't. Tactical barrel should be fine. Yep, tactical barrel's fine. Alright, let's do that.
Oh, the staircase behind you.
I'm also running a light vest, and I'm running a light vest and a light bag as well. Alrighty, generally do not shoot that quickly. When I got up from prone there and I started shooting, I don't know if you guys saw that, my aim kind of went up and to the left a little bit. That's what happens when you unprone and keep shooting, so don't do that if possible. I'm going to wait for him to come up the stairs. Oh, he must have died because all my teammates are running around down there. This is really hectic. I honestly should be going for more of a flank thing, but I'm not right now, but I should be. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, let me check the map and see what we got going on. Sometimes it's good to just have those deaths where you just go, I don't even know what I'm doing, and just straight up mental reset, and now just go, I'm just going to do different things. You know what I mean? Like right there, I was on the roof and I died, and it's just, probably would have been better to not be in the center of teammates, in the big clump, you know? So don't stress if you're dying a lot, you just need to be able to die, and then realize why you're dying. I actually do not know why I was reloading just then, so that's weird. I just killed 2 people? I think that guy got up from prone next to the guy I was shooting, and I happened to also kill him. Which is very interesting. Oh, bandage. Oh, no, only bandage. I won't get him. I'll res him, but I won't bandage. I'll revive him. Don't worry, I can use my bandage if you want. Oh, no mind, he got up quick, didn't I?
Thanks, baby. I love you.
That's funny. Ah, this is terrible. I need, if I had recoil attachments to be a little bit better. Okay, I can't do that because there's so many people. I thought there were only people on the roof, but there are also people low down near the floor, and that means that it'd be way too hard, so I'm going to move out. The reason it's too hard is because normally what you do when someone's on a building is you run to the base of the building. Let's say there's someone on this roof, you run up to the base of the building, And of course they can't see you as easily, they have to jump on top. So if I was here, that guy would have to jump on the railing to see me, which of course is a lot harder and exposes him to more angles. So if he wanted to fight me, he'd have to fully commit. But if there's people at the base of the building, I'm dead either way, so I decided to instead back up. Let's go up here and kill this guy. I can hear an SVD going off. He's just above me. I think the guy has heard me and he's cluing on. No, he hasn't. Yeah, he has, never mind. I thought he had, just by the way he had sort of started rushing up the stairs, even though there's no one kind of near him. Well, that's weird. I thought I could get that kill, but someone else got it. I'm going to keep shooting until my mags are out, and then I'm actually going to get the ammo box and resupply my bandages. I love that name, Mum, please don't cry. I don't know why I think that's funny as. Alrighty, let's resupply now, because I'm tagged up and that sniper's shooting at me, and I don't want him to be able to snipe me with a body shot. So I'm going to do this to get my health back. Let's see if I get it back in one go. 98. You know what? I'm willing to take that risk on frontline. I just got a feeling that if I was going to die, I'm going to die anyways. I don't think 2 will be the difference on frontline. Let's go this way. Just double checking that window that I got shot at from earlier. Don't see anybody though. Tons of gunshots here. I don't know what's going on, so I'm going to stay wide and not run into the bullets. Now I'm going to move in. Now I've got good cover. Don't see anybody. Okay, let's go try to take a window here and use it to overlook open area. That was tough to track that guy. Thank God my other teammate was doing it too. See, that's one thing I like about assault rifles. This sort of range is like prime for my gun. Oh, he re-peaked. I actually didn't expect that. I thought he would have dropped off ever since I headshot him. Nice. I stopped holding space there because this guy was reviving me. I didn't really know... Oh, I'm dead here. Unless he decides to do what he just did. Just double checking he's not in here. Cool beans. Alrighty. Check the map. Now, you might think that that map check was really fast and probably wouldn't have yielded very much information, but when I checked the map I realised that my team had taken the sector and we actually were moving on to the next sector, which gave me the information I needed to play a little different. Now granted I die anyways pretty much right away, but it still let me know what kind of gunfights I'm going to be having, maybe across the valley now instead of just on my side of the valley, and if my team keeps pushing forwards, perhaps I'll have fights around the buildings that I'm currently walking around, but honestly, it means that I want to push forwards a little bit more instead of trying to farm this road that I was standing near. So I probably shouldn't have whipped out the C4 that close, but it is what it is. I thought maybe he'd do what he did last time and peek the side angle, but he didn't. Seems ice cold. I like that. I think that's funny. I think it's funny it's got a 3 and a K in it. I don't know. I think it's like hilarious how it's like got the coolified letters and his name's ice cold. You guys know what I mean? That guy says what? I don't think he expected to die that quick to this gun. Maybe it was lag or something. Interesting. That's one thing, right? I think a lot of people misunderstate this. A gun with bad DPS in this game, it's just kind of like, even with bad DPS, if you hit every shot, it's fast enough to feel quick, you know what I mean? Like, any gun can kill you quickly if they just hit every shot, or alternatively, they hit a headshot. And so, I personally spec into hitting shots. Like, I really like recoil attachments, because I just really like the value in hitting all of my shots. I just feel like my DPS is pretty good if I do. Checking the map here, because these enemies are in the zone, I just played terribly. Because those enemies are in the zone, they all appear on the map, or in our zone. Alright, oh, I really want to respawn. You know what, okay, let's help these guys fight the front line instead. Those guys behind will die anyways. What the heck? What the heck? Is that lag? Was that lag? I'll have to rewatch that. I swear I was shooting this guy, like, completely dead on. That's insane. Sorry, I do not often get that in this game where I like, feel like I got cheated, but right there, I swear I was shooting that guy. I will, when I rewatch this, I'll be watching that closely to try and double check. But, oh, whoopsies. So yeah, this is how we're going with no attachments. I honestly think that some of these ranged kills would be a little bit easier if I ran attachments, but I want to show you guys how fast you can go. Vertical grip 2. I probably won't ever run the vert on this gun, honestly. Its recoil is just not high enough for me to worry about it. Guys, what if we got a pug going? Oh, Spurious really wants to get a game of 4v4 going. Look, here's the thing. We often get games going. Last night, what do you call it? Last night I got hit up for a pug, but I was actually out in an escape room, so I couldn't what do you call it? I couldn't reply because I was out in at an escape room. But yeah, we generally really like having some games of 4v4 kind of late at night, and yeah, we're honestly thinking we're getting pretty ready to start pushing it out fully. But what we're going to do is we're going to do some really sudden crazy changes and play on those just to double check everything. And yeah, we're going to have a good time. Like, we're going to try playing without medic class being allowed to see what it's like, and then we're going to try one of every class, and then we're going to try no SMGs. We've got a few things that we're going to have a go. But yeah, 4v4 has been so much fun. Everyone who plays it says, like, man, this is really fun. Even we have a member, Spam Rush, who's a little more new to the game, and he had a go, and he was having a bit of a tough time and not getting a whole lot of kills kind of thing. But they, after playing it, they said that they had learned a bunch of stuff, and they were playing really good after playing 4v4 with us, and they finally prestige, which is awesome. And that's the kind of stuff that, for me, that's why I really want this thing. People can hop on. They can, even if they're having like a bad time in terms of stats, they can just respect the sport of it and have a good time playing. You know what I mean? And that's what I really like. You know, I really want something like that. I think it'd be really good for the community in OCE. And then, you know, if we end up being able to buy more servers, get some in the US, and boom, you know, now all of a sudden we got this this worldwide thing that can make players have a bit more fun. Even if the player count's getting a bit low, you'll still have something to do, and you'll still have a great time and be able to exercise teamwork and stuff, which is what I'm really excited for. Okay, let's move up here. Oh, I saw him do that, so I'm going to do that back. Got a kill doing it. I might chill here for a little bit and just heal. Damn, it's a shame. Good start from that guy. Not having a crazy good game here, but honestly, my attachments and all that are not what I normally run, and also I'm just, I don't know, I'm just chilling a lot more than normal. Anyway, sorry, I really should move on. I really should move on. But anyways, let's keep playing. I got a good flank there, but it's also like I was in the open and I really shouldn't have positioned that way, so I'm going to respawn and try to position better. The reason I positioned in the open was because there were people behind me and I was trying to get to cover. I think that's the same sort of guy. Alright, let's move over here and have a look. That's the same guy. Okay. Dang, I'm down. Boneless pizza, that's, yeah, the classic meme. Let me respawn here. Enemies keep funneling in from their spawn objective, so I may as well keep killing them. I don't know where that guy came from, so he came from these guys. Oh, I shot really bad there. Dang, I'm not playing so good. I'm gonna move up. Holy moly. Alright, so the enemies kept running in from I around the back of here, and honestly, they're still doing it. Nice. This is good. They should be doing this. This is the play, but it's just, it's one of those things where it's like, not to like toot my own horn, but if they're going to keep running into me, they're going to have a problem, and I don't think they can predict that they're going to run into someone who's going to kill them. You know what I mean? Like, generally you go, okay, I'm going to run into someone who's just as good as me, and we're going to have a gunfight. Whereas, like, they probably don't know that they're going to run into this many people, and some players who are good, you know, like, it's just something they can't really predict too well, so I don't blame them for doing it. But after the first couple of deaths, you'd probably want to switch lane and go somewhere else. Oh, this is their spawn, so I can't dip into it and shoot. That's a good tip. If you're dipping into the enemy zone and there's a timer, generally the timer means you can't shoot. Generally. So keep that in mind. If you see a big timer on your screen telling you you're going to die, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, doesn't matter. You probably can't shoot.
It's a turn from being normal C4 to suicide C4 at that point.
That's funny. I don't know what conversation they were having, but I'm sure it was interesting. I've had a few of those where, like, sometimes I'll be in a big group of enemies, and the only way to kill them all with C4 is to also kill myself, and I generally just take the trade. It's like, I die once, but I get 5 people. That's pretty good for my team for tickets and stuff. Does this lower my running speed? It does not. So this does not lower my running speed. This is a really good attachment. I actually did not know about the running speed thing, though. I generally like this attachment. But now I know about the running speed. That's fantastic. Well, it makes my vertical recoil a little bit worse. I'm actually cool with that. I'm totally cool with that. Yeah, I'm totally cool with that. Alright, let's move up. We're about to cap. So I'm going to turn around because we're about to cap this sector, meaning that I shouldn't be turning around. I should be going this way towards the enemies. You reload. Wow, and I still reload faster. That's fantastic. Alright, let me get to a bit of cover. Oh, dang, that's a shame. I honestly thought someone else would have come out with me. That's a shame. Okay, this one here. I want to do this way. I can't res that guy. Just due to the situation. That guy missed too many shots. This guy's going to get punished for that. And the way he's going to get punished isn't just him dying, but all of them are going to die because he missed. Sometimes like that can be the difference. Right there, he should have been able to kill me because, you know, I was in the open. In reality, that guy should have been able to kill me. Everything in theory says that that guy would win. And he lost just due to, like, he just aimed pretty bad, which is a shame, you know what I mean? I just want to clarify, I didn't mean to, like, friggin' call that guy out really hard and be like, oh, you aimed bad. That's not actually what I meant to say. What I meant to say was kind of like, this game's really punishing, where you, only if you miss a few shots, all of a sudden your whole crew goes down. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing where if he communicated and he went, oh, he's coming this way and he's doing this and everything, they were all communicating, missing a few shots wouldn't matter that much. But even though they're all together and they technically have man advantage, without the proper communication, one mistake can make them all fall. And I just think that's, I don't know, I think it's something interesting that a lot of people don't really know about. Oh, win condition. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't like saying something like that. They're saying the condition for the enemies to win is to kill us, which is not true at all. That we're not that good to the point where the whole match is swayed because of us, but that's just not true. But anyways, with 127 people, that just can't be the thing. GG. That was fun. 67-18 definitely could have done way better, but you know, I think you guys can tell by watching. We were just kind of chilling a bit and having a good time. That was a really fun one though. HK 419 unlocked. Yeah, I prestige, so I'm re-unlocking everything. I want to get to prestige 10, which is going to take me a long time, but yeah. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.